Coolest, this match against Real Sociedad was a true roller coaster. And once again, it was decided by him, Lamine Yamal. Just 1 minute after coming on, and he flipped the whole game. He danced past Sergio Gomez, destroyed him with dribbling, and sent across to the far post. Levy, like a true number 9, headed it in. 2-1, and Montjuic exploded. But let's go step by step. Barça started very strongly. Long possessions, control, stretching the flanks, Rashford on the left, Rooney Bargi on the right. But Real Sociedad parked the bus. Compact, no space, pressing Pedri and De Jong. And then, their one counter-attack, our defense fell asleep and Odriozola opened the scoring. Maximum injustice. Then came the Ramiro show. He stopped everything. Pedri's strike, Rooney's shot, even saved a near own goal from Zubeldia. But when Rashford crossed and Koundé headed it in, there was no saving it. 1-1, justice restored. In the second half, Flick turned the rotations. Dro, who started instead of Olmo, got lost in the crowd this time and gave way. And that's when Lamine came on and instantly made the difference. That's what you call a Ballon d'Or in pectore. From there, it was chaos. Oyarzabal nearly equalized. Bryce hit the crossbar after Koundé's mistake, Levy also smashed one off the woodwork, and Ramiro pulled off more miracles. Even Lamine's late goal was disallowed. But the key thing, we got this win. We are back on top of La Liga. And once again, thanks to the character, thanks to youth, thanks to Lamine, who takes the game into his own hands and creates magic. This is Flick's Barça. We can suffer, we can make mistakes, but we always found the way to victory. Rashford establishes himself and is already the top assist provider. Marcus Rashford is the man who is breaking into Hansi Flick's project right now. When he arrived at Barça, everyone saw him only as the fourth striker. An alternative, a backup. But look what's happening now. The Englishman is knocking on the door of the starting 11 so hard it'll have to open soon. He's played just 8 matches this season, and only 4 of them as a starter. But every single time Rashford has started, he's left his mark. Champions League debut? A brace against Newcastle. Flick immediately said, I wanted him in this team. He is special. And since then, Marcus has delivered 4 assists in a row against Valencia, Getafe, Oviedo, and Real Sociedad. And here's the thing, his last 2 assists came from corners, which means Barça has just found a brand new weapon on set pieces, and it is Rashford. He's no longer just a backup forward. He is already the team's top assist provider. Flick gave him the task of taking the second step, and it looks like Marcus is already doing it. He is creating competition in attack, which will only lift the level of everyone around him. Exactly what Barca needs in such a long and tough season. Prime Marcus Rashford is back. And what about this fact? It is insane. Robert Lewandowski is back with us, coolest. 37-year-old, and he's still our main goal scorer. At the start of the season, he had some muscle issues, and the staff managed him carefully. But now, 4 goals in 7 matches, and Levy himself says he still has plenty of fuel left to convince Barca to keep him for another year. From the very beginning, Levy knew. He wanted to fulfill his contract, and especially now, with Hansi Flick on the bench, the synergy between them is clear. Yes, he had millionaire offers from Saudi Arabia, double the salary, and new adventure, but he said no. His choice is Barca. Just look at his numbers. 1 goal every 63 minutes in La Liga. That's insane. And physically, he looks like he's 27, not 37. No wonder the club activated the optional year of his contract. With numbers like these, and his authority in the dressing room. Of course, Flick plans more rotations to protect him. That's why Ferran Torres has been getting more minutes. But the reality is simple. Lewandowski is already reclaiming his starting spot. What's next? The club is thinking ahead to the summer, about possibly refreshing the number 9 position. A strategic move for the future. With elections coming up, a big-name striker signing isn't rolled out. But everything depends on Levy. He'll be 38, but he wants to prove he can still lead Barca's attack. And you know what? Right now, there are very few number 9s in Europe as effective in front of goal as him. Levy's back. And with goals, he is already starting his new mission, to convince Barca to keep him. And it looks like he is already doing it. We've known for a while that this Barca is special, but now the numbers prove it. Hansi Flick's team is almost impossible to break. Even when the score goes against us, we always found a way to win. Think about it. Since Flick took over, in 23 matches we've been behind at some point. And then what? In 12 of those 23, we still won. That's over 52%. More than half of the games where Barça was trailing ended in our triumph. Just remember the last examples. Oviedo scores first. We answer with 3 goals. Real Sociedad shocks us with Odriosola's strike. Koundé and Levy quickly put things back in place. And this has already happened 12 times. And here's the kicker. If you only count 2025, the numbers are even crazier. 15 matches where we were behind, and we won 10 of them. That's 66%, 2 out of 3. Comeback after comeback. Now for the most exciting part. If you compare with Pep Guardiola's or Luis Enrique's Barça, when it comes to comebacks, we're already ahead. Pep's team had just 8 wins out of 23 in the first 2 seasons. Luis Enrique had 15 out of 29. Flick's Barça, 12 out of 23. And we are only at the start of his second season. The conclusion is simple. Breaking Team Flick is almost impossible. This Barça is a machine that turns losing games into pure celebration for us, coolest. This Hansi Flick Barça is pure madness. We've just kicked off the season and already 11 different players have scored in only 8 official matches. That means just one thing. Our attacking power doesn't rely on a single striker. We've got a whole army. And the top of the scoring chart right now are Ferran Torres and Robert Lewandowski. Levy has already netted 4 goals, a brace against Valencia, 1 against Oviedo, and another decisive strike versus Real Sociedad that put us back on top of La Liga. Ferran is on fire too. He scored in the opener against Mallorca, grabbed a brace against Getafe, and added another in the comeback against Levante. Rafinha sits third with 3 goals, and right behind him are Rashford and Lamine Yamal. The Englishman gave us our Champions League win with the brace in Newcastle, while Lamine has already scored against Mallorca and Rayo. Fermin also made his mark with the brace against Valencia. And that's not all. Araujo, Pedri, Dani Olmo, Koundé, and Eric Garcia have all scored once. Just imagine the firepower. Look back at last season. Levy led with 42 goals, Rafinha followed with 34, and Ferran closed the podium with 18. We had 19 different scorers then. And now coolest, in the new season, 10 of them are already back on the score sheet. The only new face? Rashford, who made his Champions League debut with a brace against Newcastle. What does this tell us? The team doesn't depend on one goal scorer. We are a true collective machine where anyone can score. And that, guys, is the mark of a great Barça, one ready to lift trophies. Coolest, just look at what Flick's Barça is doing right now. What used to be one of our weaknesses has now turned into a real weapon. Set pieces. Yes, that's right. In just the past week, we've taken 6 points thanks to corners. 3 of our last 4 goals came from them. After the win against Real Sociedad, Flick said, "We train these actions, maybe not as often as the coaches would like, but we work on them very seriously." And the results? They speak for themselves. Remember the match in Oviedo? A short corner and Eric Garcia levels the score. Then in added time, Ronald Araujo shows who's boss, smashing in a header from Rashford's cross. Then at the Luis Companys Stadium it happened again. Another corner and Koundé beats everyone to give us another win. This season, we are already scored 5 goals directly from corners. 2 against Levante, 2 against Oviedo, and 1 against Real Sociedad. And all this while we've been without Ter Stegen, Gavi, Balde, Fermin, Joan Garcia, Rafinha, and with Lamine only just returning. Set pieces have become our lifeline, keeping the team at the very top. And here's the craziest part. For the first time in the 21st century, Barça has scored 4 straight goals with headers. Levy and Araujo versus Oviedo, then Koundé and Levy versus Real Sociedad. The last time this happened was way back in 1999. This isn't just a stat, coolest. This is the new Barça, a team that finds ways to win even when players are missing. And this is only the beginning. What a ride this has been. We've seen comebacks, goals from every corner of the squad, Levy back on fire, Rashford turning into our assist king, and Lamine Yamal proving once again he's pure magic. This Barça under Flick is a machine. We can suffer, we can make mistakes, but we always rise again. Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's been your standout player so far? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, download the Barcelona Live app to get even more news, insights, and updates about your favorite club right after the final whistle. Visca el Barça. Bye bye.